Rhea Ripley reunites with Damian Priest after WWE SmackDown, photos viral. The Punisher had a backstage confrontation with Jacob Fatu, making it clear that he still has his sights set on the United States Championship. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley made a rare appearance on this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. With Money in the Bank just around the corner, the show served as the final build-up before the big event, where Ripley is set to compete in the high-stakes ladder match. Her appearance on SmackDown also gave her a chance to reconnect with a close friend. Backstage, she reunited with Damian Priest. Their friendship is well known among fans, as the two have a long history together, not just as allies in the ring, but as former tag team partners and stablemates. After the show, Ripley shared a few photos of their backstage reunion on Instagram, calling the post heartfelt. This came shortly after Priest had posted a story of the two of them as well. Ripley mentioned how much she misses her terror twin, hinting that their time together is rare these days, likely because they're now on different brands. Can't knock the hustle. WWE Money in the Bank 2025 review. Worlds Collide was a really good way to kick off this busy wrestling day for WWE. After a 90-minute break, it's now time for Money in the Bank. The event has grown to become one of the most anticipated on the WWE calendar every year, but what does the 2025 edition have in store for us? Let's find out together, shall we? First things first. I love the field in this match. These 6 women and their combined forces could make for an insanely entertaining car crash here. The show is sold out, but the Los Angeles crowd is notoriously late to things. There are a lot of empty seats visible by the hard cam. Maybe some of it is the 90-minute gap between this show and Worlds Collide, but the two venues are just over a mile away from each other. We'll see what the crowd looks like as the show goes on. It's almost jarring going from the action we got at Worlds Collide to the early parts of this match. It hasn't been bad or anything. We're just in the 2 people fight in the ring while the other 4 kind of chill at ringside for a bit phase of matches like this, while the earlier show featured matches where everyone involved was flying around from start to finish. Devil's Kiss. This time, Stephanie delivers the move to Rhea atop a bridged ladder in the corner of the ring. Get ready to go viral again, Steph. Naomi knocks Rhea and Alexa off of a giant ladder, and then climbs the ladder herself to get the win. It was a decent enough match. Way too many of those aforementioned 2 people fight while everyone else sells outside stretches for my liking, though. The action we did get was fun. I just wish there was more of it. In case you missed it, this match was put together at Worlds Collide. After the 6-man tag that Octagon Jr. participated in, Dom took shots at him for his fandom of Rey Mysterio. A brawl broke out, and Dom issued the challenge, putting his title on the line. Very interesting booking decision. Good reaction for Octagon Jr., from a crowd that isn't 100% familiar with him. Then again, I could get a good pop from a crowd if I'm the opponent of Dominic Mysterio. Another decent enough match, but nothing spectacular. It was always going to be the filler match as soon as it was announced, and that's pretty much what it was. Nothing we couldn't have seen on television at some point. Dom retains his title, to the surprise of nobody. 3.25 stars. If Lyra retains her title, the agreed-on stipulation is that Becky can no longer challenge for the title as long as Lyra is champion. If Lyra loses her title, the agreed-on stipulation is that she must raise Becky's hand and acknowledge that Becky is the better woman. Not even 1 minute in, and Lyra nearly has a wardrobe malfunction, as her top came undone. She spent a few seconds getting it buttoned up again, and we're back to work. These two have so much in-ring chemistry together. They really seem to bring the best out of each other, making their matches a blast to watch. Loud "We Want Truth" chants break out, just after someone smack dab in the middle of the hard cam shot holds up a "We Want Truth" sign. The match has been really good so far, but WWE fans really want to see Truth return. Lyra has welts and bruises on her upper back. Both women appear to have skinned elbows. It's yet another super physical match between them, but after a hard-hitting affair, we have a brand new Women's Intercontinental Champion. A roll-up and a pull of the tights get the win for Becky. Fun stuff here. 4 stars. After the match, Lyra does, indeed, raise Becky's hand. Becky continues asking for more, first making Lyra raise her hand for all 4 sides of the arena, and then having Lyra put the title around her waist. Finally, Lyra has had enough, and she attacks Becky to get some of her heat back. Backstage news on WWE not wanting talent to wear R-Truth or Carlito shirts, Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio do anyway. There is reportedly some backstage tension regarding R-Truth's current status with WWE, as a new report suggests the company was not in favor of talent wearing his merchandise on the June 2, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw. WWE has allowed similar gestures in the past when stars were injured or on their way out. However, this time around, the directive was different. Yeah, we've seen it in the past. Guys get hurt, people move on. You see one of their shirts snuck in, one source, citing Dominic Mysterio wearing a Carlito shirt during the same broadcast. But supposedly they didn't want any R-Truth shirts being worn by talent last night. In addition to Dom wearing the Carlito That's Not Cool shirt in his backstage segment on the June 2 Raw show, Rhea Ripley also shared a photo of herself on social media wearing a R-Truth shirt the day after news of his release surfaced, see below. While there was no official acknowledgement of R-Truth on the broadcast, the live crowd made their feelings known, breaking out in loud "We Want Truth" chants during the show in support of the veteran performer. As noted previously, both R-Truth and Carlito's contracts with WWE are scheduled to expire by mid-2025. R-Truth has since publicly confirmed his exit from the company, though WWE has yet to release an official statement on the matter. WWE's Rhea Ripley issues statement to fans on treatment of women's wrestlers. WWE's Rhea Ripley has issued a statement to fans on the treatment of women's wrestlers. On Wednesday, May 14th, the former WWE Women's World Champion took to social media to voice her frustrations with a section of wrestling fans regarding the treatment of herself and her peers. From obsession to danger, 5 worst WWE superstar stalker incidents. Multiple WWE superstar stalker incidents have been reported over the last few years. WWE superstars are some of the most captivating and larger-than-life personalities in the world. There are millions of fans across the globe who adore them and see them as idols. However, there is another section who are highly obsessed with those stars, but that has led to a threat to the superstars' lives. Over the years, many stalker incidents have been reported that have endangered the lives of WWE superstars, out of which these 5 instances were alarming. Former WWE superstar Rhea has a turbulent life with significant ups and downs. Alongside her infamous private tapes leaking, she has also been subjected to stalker incidents. It was alleged that one fan followed Rhea everywhere from events to hotels, which forced her to increase her security. While nothing catastrophic happened, the former AEW star did admit that it affected her mental health and was a scary experience. Sonya Deville faced one of the most horrific fan stalking incidents in the industry. A person, highly obsessed with her, followed her for years online and broke into her house one night, when fellow WWE superstar Mandy Rose was also there. The duo escaped through the back door and alerted the police. The perpetrator was arrested and tried in court for his actions. Alexa Bliss had faced obsessive behavior from a particular fan. That individual even launched threats at Bliss's now husband, Ryan Cabrera, and even warned to hurt him. Despite reporting it multiple times, the account kept coming back with major disturbing messages and threats. This was one of the worst times in Bliss's life, and recent memory. Liv Morgan was the latest name added to the list of superstar stalker incidents. A report surfaced that a man, alleged to be a Liv Morgan stalker, was arrested outside the WWE Performance Center with a bag of evidence. However, after a police investigation, he was not found to be linked to the matter. Instead, a second arrest was made, and a WWE source stated that he was related to the Morgan stalking incident. Much like Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez was also subjected to harassment by a stalker online. The prodigy was sent death threats by an online stalker.